Before we go tonight, Andrew Rowan is going to catch you up on a story you might have missed. Andrew?
Thanks, Amanda. With all the news surrounding the historic impeachment proceeding, here's something you might not have heard of. It's this letter. It was sent a week ago to Senate leadership from the Standing Committee of Correspondents, a group of journalists selected by their colleagues to oversee press operations on Capitol Hill. It argues vigorously against restrictions placed on journalists covering the impeachment trial, saying they're more restrictive than those put in place during the State of the Union, Inauguration Day, and the Clinton impeachment trial in 1999. Some of those restrictions are physical pens to hold reporters outside the Senate chambers, which would prevent them from interviewing senators as they enter and exit the proceedings. Journalists will face an additional screening upon entering the press gallery when they were already screened to enter the Capitol building itself. This can be restrictive because the Senate has a no electronics rule, meaning reporters are constantly entering the chamber, making notes of the proceedings, and then quickly returning to their phones and laptops in the press workstation to relay that information to their editors before they return to the chamber and repeat the entire process. The additional screening will slow down the pace at which these reporters can work. The letter says there's no additional security brought by adding this extra screening, which is only for journalists, and it gives the impression that it is being done, quote, mostly to protect senators from the bright light of the public knowing what they are doing in one of the country's most important moments. C-SPAN's president and CEO Susan Swain also sent a letter to Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell in December asking for permission to position their cameras inside the chamber. This would allow for more coverage than the standard feed provided by the Senate recording studio, which is the angles that you saw on TV today. This is a common practice for C-SPAN. They do it all the time during the State of the Union, and Swain says the historic nature and intense interest of an impeachment trial warrants a similar broadcast approach to the State of the Union. And she's right, it does. Senate leadership and Senate security have been quiet about the new rules, but one thing is for certain. The rules make it more difficult for journalists to fully document what is happening in a historic moment in Washington, and that's something every American should care about.
Thanks so much, Andrew. And that's all the time we have for tonight on Politicat. I'm Amanda Rooker.
And I'm Justin Sweetwood. Thanks for watching. Good night.